William, as the co-founder of LoveFilm and very much one of the very first big investors in Zoopla with your friend Alex Chesterman, what have you learnt from those and your other angel investing in moving forward with Goodlord?
So I think the experience I've had with LoveFilm and Zoopla and others has been always technology has been the core, and you can use technology to sort of uplift the experience, improve the process, bring data into the hands of the users, and that's something which we're very much trying to do at Goodlord. The technology we're doing improves the agent's experience, improves their productivity, makes tenants' experience better, and prepares them for all the opportunities actually that they need to seize for the tenant fee ban.
Do you think because renting is going to grow by 25, 30, 35% in the next 10 or 20 years, Goodlord are in a good position to help with that, help with letting agents, help with landlords, help with tenants?
I think one of the things going on as renting is growing over the next few years is that's not happening kind of automatic, if you like. As that's happening, the standards are rising and there's a more of a professional pressure. Renters as consumers, if you like, and renters pushing standards up, and I think that creates challenges for agents that aren't prepared to rise with that tide, and to do that they need new technology, they need new techniques.
And where do you think Proptech can help? And in particular, do Proptech first, and then we'll come to Goodlord afterwards. What can Proptech do to help agents do that?
Look, technology is a force for change, and businesses using technology are using that technology to make things better. And Proptech is trying to make everything in the property sector better.
Do you think it's a good change?
I think it depends on your perspective, doesn't it? If you're a black cab driver, I'm not sure you see Uber's technology as a positive change. If you're the consumer, you see the proliferation of options you've now got in London transport, and all the information that you have at your fingertips on existing forms of transport as a very positive change.
And what do you think Goodlord can do to help letting agents and all the other stakeholders in the industry?
I think what Goodlord can do is help agents become more productive, help them get rid of the rubbish jobs, help them get new revenue lines, help them have more information and data about how they're doing, how their competition's doing, what's working, what isn't. All the stuff that technology has been doing in every industry it's affected.
And why did you choose Goodlord to actually not only invest in, but actually put some sweat in and be the CEO?
Look, I think Goodlord's in a very exciting sector. The rental sector is a massive growing sector, and it's not one that technology's yet penetrated much. And I think that Goodlord's technology creates massive opportunity for the business, and what it needed was a little bit of help and experience to succeed.
If you actually look at the lettings agency industry, especially the bosses, a lot of them are in their 50s and 60s, and they're really fearful of technology. What would you say to them?
I'd say anybody who's looking at technology and scared of it isn't completely wrong. Technology can be very disruptive, but I'd also say that the best uses of technology make people more productive, give them more reach, help them acquire more customers, help them provide better experiences. And if you use the technology in the right way, you can take the fight to your competitors and beat them, and hopefully your competitors will be head in the sand and scared witless by what you're about to do to them.
And where can Goodlord help with that?
So Goodlord has a set of technology which helps agents be more effective, be more productive, earn more revenue lines, be more compliant, and deal with change more effectively. And they can, to some extent, let us worry about the regulatory changes and making sure they're compliant with them. And they can focus on customer service and bringing in their expertise to the local market.
I mean, if I could sell Goodlord to you, and I'm not because I'm not being paid for this, but if you don't mind me saying, but my customers that use Goodlord say that the boring bit of the start of a tenancy takes on average 8 hours. With Goodlord, it costs them around £21 a month. Sorry, with Goodlord, it costs them around £21 a tenancy, and they take the 8 hours down to 1 hour. I mean, that's priceless. How does it make you feel that you're changing the industry?
Well, I think any time that you can offer people a kind of 8 times productivity improvement, you're feeling pretty good with yourself. But actually, a lot of what we're doing is not just that. It's also providing them with a high quality reference at a lower price than anybody else. It's offering them more revenue lines and being able to integrate seamlessly into their technology.
Which is important because of the tenant fee ban.
Which is very important with the tenant fee ban, depriving people of a proven revenue stream. And we can help them be compliant and not run maybe some of the business risks that they've been running if they're not using if they're not keeping up with the regulations and applying their processes correctly.
Because that's, I think, a big thing. I think a lot of estate agents have lettings departments. I think the lettings department almost runs them. And that's what I love about Goodlord is that it helps you with the compliance. You know, and at push of a button, all the compliance, making sure that the right to rent checks are done, the correct forms are sent. It's a brilliant bit of kit, if you don't mind me saying. Brilliant bit of kit.
Yeah, well, thank you. I mean, I think everybody wants to be compliant, but in reality, just forgetting to attach a document or missing out a step in the process or not ticking a box correctly can leave you non-compliant, and technology doesn't make that sort of mistake.
No. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris. Nice to meet you.